Welcome back, citizens of Dominion, part 2 of day 20 of our From Day 1 series, currently underway. So let's go ahead and get to rocking and rolling. Of course, we start with our mailbag as always on each section. Let's see what's in it. Defense of the Arena, 4 Spears, Guild War Victory, so we get 60 medals. Ranking gets us 40 emeralds for an 813 score. And of course, we're keeping those portal charges. Alrighty, so now we will go ahead and do our glyph at the forge. Alright, let's see. Today's member who can hit the glyphs are going to be, let's see, Kira. Come here. That's the armor AP, right? Yeah. Give me 5 levels of it, please. Take one away. Don't need to spend any more glyphs than what you're actually going to get credit for. So that gets it to level 15. So that gets us the activity. Hero skin. There you are, the Yasmin of Yasmins. Gift of the Elements time. And Astroth, I choose you today. Let's move you up to level 7. There you go. Titanite in the Guild Dungeon. Down to the Fungeon we go. Ow. Poked my eyeball. By the way, apologies again for those of you around yesterday. Towards the very end of part 2, we did have to go ahead and go mute for about a minute and a half, and that's because YouTube did give us a copyright strike. Of all things I've played, music, comedy, radio shows, everything that we've played, the one thing we got a copyright strike for was a Japanese Sentai show theme song. And it was actually the show song, not the Nintendo theme version. That got through without no strike. And that was the Choden Sentai Jetman. I would even try to sing it, but no, I don't want to give it the possibility of being restriked, and I have to fix this episode. Because we basically tape them live to tape, so that way we can turn them around as quickly as we do to get them up on YouTube within a 24-hour window. So we get our second chest. On to the third. Of course, we will have our third and I believe final part of Madman Markham, the time-traveling individual, as Arbel would put him, from the third part of the Midnight in the Desert interview in 2015. My apologies. So again, that will be with us on part 3 tonight. Make sure you do come on back here to From Day 1 for that. Today's heroic chest gives us a little hidey-ho. Alrighty. Hero skills. Let's see, does any of our main heroes still need any? If it does, we'll use those points there instead. Okay, that'll do for now. And now we'll scroll to the top to claim our completions. I will have to go out and back in to get the other one spear. Remember, next coming up is at 65. And at level 65, that will be the Asgard world. Doesn't look like we actually need anything from the Battle of the Elementals. So we will hold that off till tomorrow. I was thinking we were going to be less than 6. So we were going to need some fights on that. Speaking of special events, World Pioneers are still there with the energy. Artifact Squad. Still guys, Champion Pass for wins. That's it on that one. And we're still not getting the normal common daily event for those outside of the next year's hand holding. That currently is the Outland situation. By the way, I want to give a quick little shout out to UWU, one of our newest subscribers to From Day One and from the GC Hero Wars channel. That's just a name he uses here on the guild that we're out here on the particular From Day One. For those who have already gone so, definitely appreciate those who have already hit that Coinbase link we provided yesterday. And of course, the email is always available, gchero.wars@gmail.com. If you do have any questions or concerns about getting it all set up for you, we will be more than happy to walk you through. Get $10 free in Bitcoin when signing up, which you can use for Emeralds, Heroes, Valkyrie's Favor, whatever you'd like here in Hero Wars, or anything else for that matter. And Coinbase Earn, you take like a 2-minute lesson about an alternative, what they call an altcoin in the crypto world. You then answer a 1-question quiz. So we're not even doing anything drastic, just 1 question. They're all multiple choice. So it isn't like you even have to write in an answer. Get it right, you get between $1 and $5 per answer of crypto, and you're immediately able to cash it out. There is no time limit. There is nothing where you've got to hold it or anything else before you can do something with it. So you can go in, take those quizzes, get say 20 or 30 bucks worth of crypto by doing so, and immediately head back here the Nexters, go into your purchases, and buy yourself some emeralds or buy yourself some hero stones if you've got a particular hero or a pet, or you see a special event coming up, or heck, since we have Winterfest coming up this week, get yourself ready for Winterfest. Have some purchases ready for those. And after this fight, let's finish it out here first, because I've had a few people ask, where in the heck could you if you do through Coinbase? I'm hoping that this will go without them wanting to take me down in size. But for instance, let's say we're going to buy that one, for instance. It's going to shrink, but okay, it's still going to keep it where we can still be. It ain't going to be full screen, but it's full enough. We'll give it a moment. And in just a second, I'm going to bring up the... Oh, at least I'm trying to. There we go. Bring up open office guest because I do need to make a modification on screen that I don't want folks to be able to see ahead of time. And that's a certain other financial information that I have tied to my entire Nexters profile. Note that is still yesterday's. And of course, I think it went through anyway. Silly wabbit. Those are still yesterday's Titan Roundup statistics. Alright, so here we are. And what you'll do is normally get something like this when you're trying to make a purchase. Where it'll ask you like credit card, pay with cash, PayPal, Amazon, Visa. One of them you can use here is BitPay. That's one way to do it, but you can also go here to show more methods. And especially since the guild that I'm in is currently a Russian-based guild, you can use Yandex and a few other Russian-based currency exchanges as well. But of course, there's everything from going to Casey, 7-Eleven here in the US, Google Pay, Skrill, some of these other versions like, you know, do it. But easiest way to do it is just use BitPay if you're going to use the crypto. And that'll go ahead and it'll give you a crypto link that you can go into Coinbase, send your crypto from, and it makes your purchase here. Now, this is actually a new one that's come out. I remember from a few other places. And OfferPay normally goes ahead and lets you complete a survey or some other offer to earn credits for purchase. I want to see if that's going to still be the case or not. Again, you've got the tag up. Take it down. And this is another way you can actually earn credits to go ahead and make your purchases. And that's here through OfferPay. Basically, it sets you up an account number. You go and do surveys, other offers. It gives you those credits. And once you do get the items, for instance, since we chose the top emerald, $46.89, you would then go ahead and have your purchase done. Now, I have a feeling this is going to link out, which is not going to work for us. But I will admit this part I haven't actually did ahead of time. Didn't make sure exactly what would or wouldn't be available. So I will apologize if we go, there it goes. And see, then you get here to where you got OfferPay to earn credits. So for instance, if you do this one, which is basically putting an app on your phone, you get $2.42 worth of credit. Do this one, you get 81 cents of credit. Do this one, you get $17.77 worth of credit. And of course, you can choose most popular, surveys, videos, free items, basically surveys and stuff you can do that you don't cost anything to do so. App downloads and shopping. And there's some more of those that you can do. Something you might want to take a look when you do have time. I may come back here later and take a look myself when I have time. Let me see if I can get out of this. Okay, just opened a separate window. One quick second, I'll get us back into Hero Wars. So we'll cancel out of this. But it's just another way to make sure you can try to get some free items to help your accounts out in the Hero Wars world without having to come up with cash of your own. Alright, so one more out should allow us to go ahead and get this back to full screen. So F11. And then full screen. There we go. So that gets us back to that, which should bring us over here. 61, I believe, is going to be another place where we're able to get a few more items. Is that? Yeah, that's 875. We are relatively within range of possibly hitting that 61st level. As you can see, we have yellow. Plus is already set for 4 out of the 5. 4 out of the top 6 heroes. Luther is someone who actually can do them all, but we'll see. Start doing a level 6 Hero Stone event. On to round 2. And on to round number 3. And we get one of each. We get the Blade and the Hero Stone. Nice little twofer there. So we'll go back in for round 2. We've been teased a new hero. For Heroes Web and Facebook. HWC. I believe it's going to be somebody called the Librarian of all things. And I'm certainly hoping that it's not that. That would sound pretty, weird. Librarian skits never really worked that much in any pop culture. AEW actually had 2 wrestlers called the Librarian. Neither of them worked out. There was the Librarian with the gorgeous ladies of wrestling glow in the 80s. And all that. And as I said, most of them never, ever. Yeah. And no prize at all on those. Alrighty, I'm gonna cross my fingers here. Because you may think after yesterday's run-in with the YouTube system, I would try to stay away from everything. But usually, for at least the last several days, Part 2 has always been where we have either comedy or something playing over the Part 3 being one of the midnight shows. Yeah, we only had a 90-second clip out of everything we've done get flagged. So, unless we get something more drastic, I'm still willing to give our rocking and rolling situation. Round 2. And the term interstitial is usually kind of like a fill-in, kind of like advertisement, if you would. Nowadays, they're more like bumpers than anything. Interstitials, however, back in the day, was because you really couldn't have more than X amount of time in a commercial, still in commercial. So you had to have something, even if you were calling it part of like a 2-minute TV show or whatever, to go ahead and fill in so that there was something instead of something that was basically advertising a product. About the only interstitial menu sizes that I think we could potentially get away with and not be triggered are going to be some of the late 70s, early 80s, very weird interstitials, mind you. Now, what these were is basically when U.S. television started, there was what they called the television practices, television code. And the television code basically stated that, well, among things, you couldn't have certain levels of profanity, certain items definitely wouldn't be showed, you wouldn't show bad guys in a good light, that kind of thing. Basically, try to make things wholesome and everything. And one of those things also limited the amount of advertisements that could be in a particular half hour or 1 hour show. Towards the end of the 60s, towards especially the end of the 70s, television networks were starting to see that, hey, we might not be too terribly much longer before this requirement of us having everything on it may be phasing out and being going away. So we should start building our shows now to be able to have all that extra lucrative money. But as the rights were still there, they had to then make something to fill in those spots. Hence, the interstitial. Now, sometimes people may confuse these or try to interchange these with PSAs or public service announcements. PSAs we actually still, for some part, do have a little bit of, even today, mostly as unsold advertisement filler type situation. But interstitials are a lot more basic, full. They handle things that are not normally PSAs, like environmental cleanup, drug, that kind of thing. I'm actually trying to find, because I don't want I want ones that people haven't already riffed on. Because, well, if we riff off somebody else's already pre-riff, we might run into the particular deal. Also, I have to avoid things like cartoon interstitials, because the cartoon guys might actually flag for all their craziness. This might have some of them. Let's see. Let's take a look at the list. No, it doesn't. Alright, no it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, the computer I'm trying to play the clips off of, the only thing I have wired up to it is a mouse. So I can't even key in precisely what I want, because if I did, then I could go directly to it. And we get a still, but not the item. Alrighty, back to the Monolith of Guile. There we go. Let's take it from the comments. Should be able to click that. Copy. And paste. Paste. There we go. There you go. Okay. Let's try that one. I think that was one of them. Get it on mute so I can see it first. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay, back. Stop. One. Everybody thinks. Let me set it up here. Everybody believes that nowadays everybody is more me centric. Everything else, people believe in it from the millennials and everything from 2000 to current 2021. However, for all of my good millennial watchers, I want to go ahead and give you some ammo to next time you hear one of those little snippers to go ahead and go, in my day, we never... You go, oh really, Dad? How about 1972? And the most important person in all the world.
The most important person in the whole wide world is you, and you hardly even know you. The most important person in the whole wide world is you. Come on, we'll show you. Let's find out more about the things you feel and do, 'cause you're the most important person in the world to you.
That's, by the way, the opening theme of most of these quick interstitials. Play it again, remember, this is 1972. 28 years before the millennials.
The most important person in the whole wide world is you, and you hardly even know you. The most important person in the whole wide world is you. Come on, we'll show you. Let's find out more about the things you feel and do, 'cause you're the most important person in the world to you. I was cutting with my scissors, cutting out a picture of a painting I had painted of a person's face. I really liked it, and I tried to be real careful, the corners in it out of every place. And then it happened, something happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so bad, 'cause I really tried. Oops, you made a mistake, that's all. And making mistakes is never fun to say. Oops, I made a mistake, that's all. And mistakes can happen to anyone. I was helping set the table, putting down the silverware and folding every napkin neatly by each plate. I got the glasses, and I tried to be real careful as I poured the milk, but I was just too late, for it had happened. Something happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so bad, 'cause I really tried. Oops, you made a mistake, that's all. And making mistakes is never fun to say. Oops, I made a mistake, that's all. And mistakes can happen to anyone.
to is try to figure out what went wrong and try a little harder to make it go right when you start all over again.
Oh my God! I think who. Oh, quiet! I'll be back to you. I think whoever has actually made this one has just got a fetish for watching kids fall over. Kind of like America's Funniest Home Videos. Well, that would be about 18 years before that. But yes, there's a third verse.
Taller than the tallest building I had tried before. It grew and grew so high. I felt terrific, and I placed my block real carefully, one at a time. Then right before my eyes, I saw it happen. Yes, it happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so bad, 'cause I really tried. Oops, you made a mistake, that's all. And making mistakes is never fun. Say, oops, I made a mistake, that's all. And mistakes can happen to anyone. Mistakes can happen to anyone.
Okay, I swear I should show you part of that. Because I swear this guy's got a fetish, especially for a kid falling off a bike. Is he falls off like 4 times and he uses the same exact clip over and over and over in this little 2.5 minutes.
The most important person.
Yeah, there's another one of them. We'll do one more, and that's it.
The most important person in the whole wide world is you. Come on, we'll show you. To find out more about the things you feel and do. You're the most important person in the world to you.
It's gone, vanished, disappeared.
What was it? Yeah, Harry, what was it?
The finest, biggest cardboard box in the whole world.
A cardboard box?
But for us, it could have been a clubhouse, or a ship, or an airplane.
And I could be the stewardess.
Or even the pilot.
You know, nothing like, showing stereotypes.
Nothing ever turns out the way I planned it to. Nothing ever goes the way I think it will. Nothing ever seems the way I dream it to. Nothing ever seems to work out for me.
Oh, Harry, I know just how you feel. I've had disappointment too.
You have?
Last Sunday was my birthday. When I turned 5 years old, I asked 16 friends to my party. Then I had to stay in bed all day with a cold.
That was a disappointment, all right.
And I thought, nothing ever turns out the way I planned it to. Nothing ever goes the way I think it will. Nothing ever seems the way I dream it will be. Nothing ever seems to work out for me.
That was a real disappointment.
Everybody has disappointment sometimes. But
Okay, that's enough out of you kids.
I was disappointed once. Just once?
Just
It was
once?
the time I went to camp.
Oh, no, I clicked to cancel. I did tell you just to minimize. Oh. So, yes, next time, millennials, you have an older individual telling you that you guys are all just for yourselves. Tell them, hey, you did it in the 70s. We're just copying you. Alright, so we continue here in Chapter 8. If anything, I thought the NBC theme music would have actually triggered, but no, again, only Japan triggers. fight. To round 3. Here's the weird thing, because the way I thought it was everything, I thought we were going to be getting a Myra just like the mobile guys were getting. If, as HWC believes to be the... Again, I still cannot believe I'm actually saying that term. Librarian is a hero. Is what actually comes. Then the two versions, the mobile and Facebook web, are going to be on different hero sets. Now, of course, they could basically catch up with each other down the road, say January, February, and March. Facebook and web would get the new character that mobile's getting, and mobile would get the librarian. But we should know more specifically on that tomorrow, as Nexters has promised to release on that tomorrow. And we move on to round 3 of the fight. Alright, let's go grab our energy. I said, let me have my energy. That means let me out. Chapter 8. Blade of the Happy Heart. Alright, somebody's knocking at my door. So while you guys get this fight, I'm going to go find out what that is. And we'll be back in a moment. I really got to clean up this recording studio. ladies and gentlemen. And yes, a non-rarity fair. Oh, we have a treasure chest. Oh, don't mind if I do. Of course, ice outside. I slid and fell on my side. Oh, the pain that my sister worked up in several days ago. She took me out. Ow, it's now back. But nothing that she did. It's cold. Hard ground. In human flesh and body. You wouldn't think it would take that long to get whatever was going to happen in that round, but... Oh, there it goes. I like it. Hear the music. We'll do the light mode switch. Charge back up after all. And actually here it works quite nicely, because as soon as the fight's over, for the next fight it puts her back into default dark mode. So then you only have to use the half bar on that round. Go again, throw her in the light mode and get the energy. So especially here in the tower, she works quite nicely. Alright, this week. No, I don't care what. Alrighty, off to our next fight. We'll immediately throw our heal out with the Maya roses. Weirdly, it went to Yasmin this time. But the flower bonus went ahead and got everybody else. Oh, we're going to combine it with Oliver. There we go. Candle prize. On to 36 we go. Let me see how bad my investments are. Well, I started by putting $250 in one of those self-directed. Was down 30, down to 220, but yeah, at least I'm tricking back up, thank God. 228. So only another 22 bucks, I break even. Okay, I'm looking at it on the phone. That doesn't mean you get to slow down on the computer. Alright. get the ghost of crazy kid over there. Alrighty. Onward to 37. We'll take the sword. The sword of revealing. Oh no, I better not say that because then whoever has the Yu-Gi-Oh rights might try to copyright restrict. It's a card in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. In the anime, it was famously used to go and kind of like lock characters in for 3 rounds. And to do some things that really, really never were able to be done. Like make a flying turtle fall after the end of the 3 rounds just because you destroyed the outer ring and not the actual monster, for instance. Okay, again, not doing anything on the machine. Shouldn't be having craziness. Okay, there they go. Onward and upward to 39. Remember, we do have a double still coming to fight. Get some hearts. Here comes first of those doubles. So I believe we have 2 doubles here in this last group. So we actually have a purple Astaroth in the second slot. So he's not even the main tank of this team. Tanks are always put up front, followed by warriors, marksmen, support, and finally healers. Right now in the current line, I don't have any quote-unquote support. Right now we really don't need to go ahead and use Celeste. No one's really down. And there completes the fight. Just at 42, buff at 43 coming up. Tower coins. The buff station will pass totally. So we really don't need any health. Last of the doubles, 44 and 45. Everybody is purple. No Astaroth or Yasmin, however, involved. He is down, so now we will take a pill bubble Astaroth. Anyway. Alright, well at least we got through. Alright, we're over 10% of the way to next year's goal, so we definitely thank everybody who has been watching for that. And we continue with a 50,000+ team. This time the heal should go to Maya. And it is. You see Maya's line quickly increasing. Last rights have been used by the opposing squad. Okay, gold at 46. The only chest left is at the very top. So we have 47 followed by one last chance to grab a buff if you wish it. For the final fight at 49. And again, as we usually tape these and get them turned around within a 24-hour window. You'll be watching this on Tuesday, but it's currently Monday evening here. And to prove that, the Monday night game has gone final with Minnesota beating Chicago 17-9. Just happened to pull it up here on the ESPN app on the phone next to me as we're playing. I had muted it, thank God, so unlike before, it didn't go off going ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Alright, we'll save our 105. If we do a perfect fight in the last, it'll be 120. We can claim the 120 coins for coin credit. And again, just like before, we'll just let the old proverbial doors run wild. As there's no reason to save back anything now. And there we go. Up to the top we go, our final treasure chest of the tower day. And we get 250 tower coins, which translates to over 12,000 cash. Pick up the tower points prizes, both cash and tower coins. Come on, I clicked it. What's going on here? Give it a few more seconds to see what's going to go. If it doesn't, I'll just close down and we'll either claim it later tonight. Or if you don't claim, one of the things it will actually do is the next morning at your normal new day dawns in Dominion reset, it'll actually send that prize to your mailbox. A lot of items will not, so for instance, like if you don't claim something from their daily, that does not get moved over. But completions like here in the tower will. Also, if you complete items in the gold ticket astral season and don't claim the experience, like from a daily mission, those will move over too. You'll just get something saying unclaimed experience. Open the envelope, claim the item, and away it goes. Oh, there it goes. It just took forever and millennia. Okay. Let's go back out to the main world. Try that again. At least I tried to. Come on. What the heck is going wrong? Extras. Do not make me act like you're Mr. Wilson. No, I don't want to buy energy. Did I say, hey, Nexters, I want to buy energy? No, I don't think I did. It wasn't me going, oh, I want to buy energy. No, that never crossed my mind. Okay. So, let me grab the mobile keyboard. Well, I did not plan to cut it this early, but, well, if it's going to give us trouble, and as the old saying goes, make it double, I guess we will leave it to part 3. Where again, of course, we will have Madman Markham finishing his interview with the greatest voice of the overnight, Art Bell, from 2015 on that. As always, make sure you do keep your fights great in Dominion. Like, share, subscribe, get us to our goals that we need for Nexters and YouTube. Again, those being 5,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. Both of those, anytime we do get them, anything we get from those services, we will send right back to you, the guests and watchers, as prizes for, guests watching us. Of course, earn crypto over at Coinbase, coinbase.com/join/see parcel to make sure that we get credit as well, and any prizes we get from them also get rolled into that as well. Until we see each other later tonight for part 3, Madman Markham and Art Bell to join us. Make sure you stay calm, make sure everything rocks and rolls, and as we always say here in my guild, release the Krakens. See you again in part 3, just repeating because I don't know if it really recorded. Like, share, subscribe, get us to those goals. Thank you.